Welcome back. In this video, I'm going to talk about 5 challenges that every business owner faces and some ideas that you can think about to maybe get ahead of these so you don't deal with some of these challenges in your business. Stay tuned. All right, so number 1, cash flow. This is universal. Every business will deal with cash flow challenges. In the beginning, along the way, it doesn't matter how long you've been in business. Sometimes when you're just getting started, you're like, oh my God, I'm dealing with all these cash flow issues. You know, am I the only one? Everyone deals with cash flow issues. If I asked you a question, which business needs more money? A business that's not growing or a business that's growing and things are really good? The actual answer to that is the business that's growing and things are good usually needs more access to capital, because as you grow, usually you're laying out money in people, positions, inventory, and those expenses are, pile up quicker than you can bring that revenue in. My point here is you have to understand your cash flow, but you have to understand how to utilize financing. There's such a negative connotation around financing, and it's such an old school theory that, oh, if I borrow money, it's such a bad thing. Like, people are shameful for borrowing money, which is silly. Financing is a tool when used properly. It really can be helpful to pull in like a CFO coach or a really good business accountant and someone that can explain to you how you can predict out your expenses so you can understand how much financing that you'll need to use, or to start building a relationship with a company that has access and can explain all the different business financing options that are available today. At the end of this video, I'll share how you can get access to over 75 different lenders and get matched to the right one. Number 2, process and structure. I can't tell you how important this is. I mean, you get started in business and you just want to go. It's so natural, especially if you're a type A business owner like me, is you just want to go and bring in more sales and revenue. And a lot of times it's more sales and revenue is not the answer. If you don't have your process and structure nailed and in place, it's going to be a freaking disaster if you're driving more sales. I know it was for me, and I wish I would have understood this and learned this earlier on, but having a process and structure in place for everything in your business, how the phone gets answered and how that gets passed off to someone else in the business, hiring and firing a process. When a customer says, yes, I want to move forward with your product or service, what happens from there? The reordering. What happens when an employee has a challenge? Who they go to? Someone in place that can deal with that. All these different things need a process and structure. There's a really awesome book that can explain this in detail that I recommend you read. When I read this book, it changed the way I looked at my business, and I wish I read this before I even got started. That book's called The E-Myth Revisited. Check out that book, and it'll really help you nail your processes and structure. But before you go and do more, take 3 steps back so you can take 10 forward and nail those processes and structure. Number 3, hiring and building teams. Let me ask you something. What business are you in? Whatever business you're in, that's not what you're in. What business are you really in? The reality is we're all in the people business. And the better that we can understand people and how to hire the right people and build the right teams of people in our businesses, the better your business will be and the easier your life will be. You're not going to be able to do it all, and you're going to need to find the right people and build the right teams of people in order to win big and in order to not lose your mind in business. If you don't put people in place and you're doing everything, then you just own a job and you're going to get burnt out. So get good with understanding people, how to hire better, and get really good with why you're hiring someone for whatever it is that you're trying to have them do in your business. A lot of times you look to hire someone for something specific in your business, and that's not what you really need. So make sure when you're hiring people, you understand what you really need and what you're looking for them to accomplish and do in the business. And don't just hire anybody. It's really important that you take your time and hire the right person. Sometimes if you got to wait an extra month to find the right person, it's so much more worth it than putting the wrong person in place and then having to start over again. It's super frustrating, it's super tiring, and you'll get yourself burnt out. So take the time, hire the right person. Number 4, issues. Congratulations, your job as the business owner is to deal with everyone's issues. You know, this is something that took me a while to really understand. I feel your frustration, and it's been really helpful for me to expect that there's gonna be issues. You know, it's so funny, it's our human nature to just hope that nothing will go wrong, and then when things go wrong, we freak out. The reality is, things are gonna go wrong in our personal lives and in our business. You have to expect those issues and get better at dealing with issues and problem solving. There's no manual in business. And as your business grows, it's gonna be real important to hire and put management in place to help delegate and deal with some of those issues as they come up. Otherwise, you're gonna be doing everything, it's humanly impossible, and it's only a matter of time before you're completely burnt out. There is a better way, and that's through good people and putting the right people in place. So get good with dealing with issues. Number 5, it's lonely at the top. This is so true. It's lonely at the top. If you own the business, you're at the top. You don't have a manager. You don't have anyone, keeping over you. I really recommend, and it's been super helpful to me, to get a business coach, a business mentor, to pull in outside consultants, and to help point out your blind spots, things that you aren't seeing, and to also give you a different perspective. Besides a business coach, a business advisor, there's also a number of different business groups that are out there. Highly recommend joining one of those groups. Not necessarily a networking group, unless that's what you need. You need to network to drive in business. That's great too. But there's some different business groups that are like peer groups where you can surround yourself with other great business owners and bounce ideas off and learn from other people who are dealing with the same challenges that you are. All business owners deal with these challenges. You're not alone. Hopefully this can help you overcome these challenges and stay ahead of the curve and start thinking differently in your business. If you'd like to learn more about me and my team and how we help business owners grow through financing and different business services, check out my link below in my description. Also, please subscribe to my videos. I put out content like this just about every other day. And if there's anything that resonated in any of these points for you and for your business, please throw something in the comments below. I really appreciate those comments and really enjoy them. Thanks for tuning in to Grow by Joe. I wish you nothing but success in your business. Take care.